Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here, Captain Clyde's MTG. We have Boulder Gate Commander Legends leaks for 5/23 on this glorious Monday evening. And I mean glorious by good God, it's Monday. So, without further ado, let's just jump into it because it's Monday. So, we'll start off with something that's not in English because why not? We have the Horn of Valhalla, 1 white and 1 equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control. Already a bomb for looks like 5 total mana to equip to cost a couple different things. But this is an adventure card. You can, as a sorcery for 2 white and 1, make X 1/1 white soldier tokens, meaning this thing can get monstrosity. You can just make something really big really quick. Especially since you can run like, well, okay, it's commander. You only gotta run one. And there's probably a reason for that, because if you can run 4 of these, sweet mother of God help us. But this will be in all those green-white token decks, or anything that makes tokens in general, or just white in general, because, I mean, it's Commander. You make mana like there's nobody's business. This thing's going to be expensive. Moving right along, next we have Displacer Kitten. Oh, it's so cute. I loved Good Kitty. Where'd it go? Anyway, so for a blue and 3, you get a 2/2. Not all that great. It does have Avoidance, which is whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you control. Then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Notice it says not control a non-land permanent, so you can't just generate mana constantly with this. Thank God for that. But this is another way to make continual blink effects. If you have something that gives your creatures haste, and they tap for mana, or some weird shenanigans, or some weird enter the battlefield trigger, yeah, this could just be disgusting. So this is probably gonna be pretty, probably not real pricey. I'm gonna guess around $5 to $7. I mean, come on, it's a kitten, it's so cute. Next we have the Cone of Cold. So for a blue and 3 sorcery, 4 mana uncommon, you get to roll a die 20. For 1 to 9, you tap all creatures your opponent controls. Not too shabby. 10 to 19, you tap them all. They don't untap. The next control's untap step, which is pretty sweet. And for 20, you get a Nat. You get to tap all creatures your opponent controls. Those creatures don't untap during the controller's next untap steps until your next turn. Creatures your opponent controls enter the battlefield as tapped. Nice. It's only an uncommon. It is a sorcery. And it is 4 mana. I don't see a whole lot of play with this, but hey, you know, it's no Cyclone, but could be good enough. Moving right along, we have Legion Loyalty Mythic. 2 white and 6 enchantment. Creatures you control have mirrored. What that means is whenever a creature with mirrored attacks each opponent other than defending player, you may create a token that's a copy of that creature that's tapped and attacking that player or a planeswalker they control. Exile the tokens at the end of combat. This is going to probably see lots of shenanigans. I guess this is probably a 20 spot. Relatively easy. And if it's not, the foil is going to be astronomical. Oh my god. Moving right along. We have the ambitions cost. So black and 3 sorcery. You draw 3 cards, lose 3 life. This is going to be the most played uncommon that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, for 4, yeah, it's 4 mana, but you lose an extra life, but you draw an extra card. This thing is this should like be close to a rare. You make mana so easy in this format. You can cast this on turn 2 probably. I'm just not even lying. Yeah, this thing's gonna be nuts, guys. Make sure you get you one in foil before the price goes up. All right, we have the Emerald Dragon. 2 green and 4. It's a 4/4 flying trampler. Not that great, but it is it does have an eventual ability, which for a green and 2 counter target activated or triggered ability from a non-creature source. This is green. Why does this even have? Well, whatever. It's an adventure. It gives you something so you can cast it on the other side when you have to. Who knows? Moving on. All right, Arcane Encyclopedia. Wow, an uncommon. So for 3, you can lay an artifact that for 3 mana will let you draw a card. Ain't there something like this called Jam Day Tome that was a rare at one point that was 4 for 4 or something? And this is an uncommon? Yeah, I have questions which I don't have answers for. So, moving on. Campfire. One colorless. It's an artifact. For one, tapping it, you gain 2 life. Nice, okay. Two, tap it, you exile the campfire. Put all commanders you own from your command zone and from your graveyard into your hand, then shuffle your graveyard into your library. Alright, this is another uncommon, which is going to be in every deck, because what better way to get your commanders out of the command zone into your hand so you don't have to pay the extra cost to cast them from them dying repeatedly. Plus, you get to put your graveyard back in your deck. Multi-purpose. And you gain life off of it every turn, as long as you spend a mana and you want to, until you have to pop it. Like, this thing seems really good for an uncommon, but okay. Next, we have Lapis Orb of Dragonkind. So for a blue and 2, you get an artifact. Tap for a blue. When you spend this mana to cast a dragon creature spell, scry 2. Well, very nice. I like the fact it says when you spend it to cast a dragon spell. You can spend it for anything, but if it's a dragon spell, you get a little bonus. I like that. 3 mana rock's kind of out there, though. Might see some sealed play. So, not terrible. Scry 2 is great. So, great Sword of Tyr. Haha, Tyr. White and 1. Whenever equipped creature attacks, play +1/+1 counter on it, and tap up to 1 target creature defending player controls. Sweet Jesus. This is a common. Equips for 1 white. Yeah, this is busted for a common. I mean, lay this for 2, put it on a 1/1 attack, make it a 2/2, and then target creature gets tapped the defending player controls while this thing just gets bigger. Yeah, this seems really good for a common. Moving right along, we have Icewind Stalwart. So, white and 3 for a 3/3 not bag, Tiefling Warrior. Protection fighting style. Okay. When the Icewind Stalwart enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target non-warrior creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So it's a common blink ability. Alright, so apparently Draft has a blink, a blue-green blink sub-theme, I guess. For the draft, I'm assuming from all this I'm seeing. All right, so we have Font of Magic. Oh, it's a blue mythic. Look out, incoming. So for a blue or 3, you get an enchantment. It says instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each time you've cast a commander from your command zone this game. Game. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. So, what this basically says, if you've cast your commander 3 times and he's died, oh darn, now all your instant and sorcery spells cost 3 less. This is disgusting. This is going to be $20, $30 minimum, and the foil is going to be obscene. Ugh, God, this is busted. Anyway, moving on. Everybody buy those before they go too high. We got the actual pictures of Nine Fingers Keen. So blue, green, black, and 1 for a 4/4 with Menace Ward, pay 9 life. Sweet Jesus. That's a commander. When he deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 9 cards of your library. You may put a gate card from among those onto the battlefield. Then if you control 9 or more gates, put the rest of your hand. Then if you control 9 or more gates, put the rest into your hand. Otherwise, put the rest on the bottom of your library. Yeah, everybody loves this card. It's going to be a great card. It's going to be an expensive card. Everybody's going to play this card. It's going to be a gay deck. Anyway, moving on. Yulturel Survivors. So we have Tiefling Peasants, red and 3 for an 0/4. Trample and Merited. That seems awful. As long as the Survivors is attacking, gets +X+0, where X is the number of lands defending player controls. Oh, never mind. That's real good. Wow. Wow. Plus it has Myriad, so it can copy other creatures. Woof. This seems like a mythic. This is going to be a great card for 4 mana. Yeah, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Next we have Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind. So, okay, so for red and 2, add a red mana spent on a dragon creature spell, it gains haste. Alright, so this is another orb you can play. This is the red variety, which gives haste. Alright, decent common, mana rock, probably good in draft. I wonder if there's going to be one for every color. Since we're going to, yep, okay, there's a green one. So the green one says, green and 2, add 1 green. When you spend this mana to cast a dragon, here's a battlefield additional +1/+1 counter on it. Oh, and it gains hexproof until your next turn. Wow, is that good? Hexproof and your dragons on the way in so they can't be slapped around is just phenomenal. I think I mean, these seem like rocks you want to play in a dragon deck. These are phenomenal. Wow, I wonder if there's any more. There's only white and black left. Anyway, so Drillworks Mole. That is the most horrifying picture I've ever seen. For 1, you get a 1/1. For 2 and tapping, put a +1/+1 counter on Drillworks Mole and a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target commander creature you control. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's good filler space. And I mean, there might be a counter deck out there somewhere that wants to use this thing to abuse it. All right, we have the Pact Weapon, black and 3, artifact equipment. Uh-oh, it's mythic. Look out. As long as Pact Weapon is attached to a creature, you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. That's pretty good. Whenever equipped creature attacks, draw a card and reveal it. That creature gets +X on the turn, and you lose X life, where X is that card's mana value. Equip is discard a card. I just, yeah, I feel the shenanigans from here. There's been a disturbance in the force, and this is definitely it. Um, I'd definitely pick one of these up, guys, if you get a chance if it comes out and it's cheap, because I see this thing becoming a combo in some commander decks and getting real pricey real quick. All right, moving right along, we have the Crystal Dragon, 2 white and 4 for a 4/4 flying Vigi. Not the greatest, but it is an adventure creature, which means it has a white and colorless, rob the horde, return target artifact, enchantment, or legendary card from your graveyard to your hand. That ability alone is pretty bomb. Not to mention the fact it comes along with a 4/4 body later. Um, yeah, this is like a great card. Goes in any dragon deck, or actually any deck that plays white along with artifacts, enchantments, or legendaries. This card just seems really good for an uncommon. Next, we have the Amethyst Dragon. Okay, so apparently there's one of these for every color. 2 red and 4. It's a 4/4 flying haste. Okay. Its sorcery, or I'm sorry, its adventure is red and 4. Ooh, that's awful. Sorcery, explosive crystal deals 4 damage divided any way you choose. But okay, so it's basically a power kinetics. Um, it's a power kinetics that has a creature attached to it for better utility. I mean, I can get on board with it, but it's just 2 cards slammed into one, honestly. Okay. Pegasus Guardian, white and 5. It's also an adventure, though, so it's a 3/3 flyer. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, create a 1/1 white Pegasus creature token with flying. That's pretty cool. Mana's not cool, but it does have an instant adventure, which is Rescue the Foal. So for a white and 1, exile target creature you control, then return that creature to the battlefield under stone. Okay, so it's a blink spell for white. Again, more blinkage. So I can see where this gets played, because you can play it and then blink all your stuff and make Pegasus over and over and over. So yeah, it's not terrible, but I mean it's a common. It's gonna see a little bit of play, and that's probably about it. Tomb of Horrors Adventurer. I remember that. So for a blue and 5, you get an Elf Monk. That's a 4/4. Ugh. When he enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Okay, helps a little bit. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. Wow. If you have completed a dungeon, copy that spell twice instead. You may choose new targets. All right, this has got real good real quick. If this goes into any dungeon deck, and if you completed the dungeon, you lay this, and they don't kill it, pretty sure you just win, because you're gonna bolt them 3 times. Yeah, it's a lot. For those of you who don't know how to do math, it's like a whole 2 hands worth, maybe 3. Anyway, moving on. That's gonna be a good one, guys. Ravenloft Adventure. Have I mentioned how much I love Ravenloft? Anyway, so for a black and 3, get a 3/4 human rogue assassin, because yeah, Ravenloft. So when he enters the battlefield, you get to take the initiative. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it and put a hit counter on it. So when the adventurer attacks, if you've completed a dungeon, defending player loses 1 life for each card they own in exile with a hit counter on it. Well, that's not exactly what I was hoping for, but I can definitely see this being a thing. It's only 4 mana for a 3/4. It can do some serious damage. I think it's going to be a pretty good rare for a dungeon deck. I mean, not as broken as some of the other stuff we've seen, but it's probably going to be good enough. So moving on. Next we have the Iron Mastiff. Oh, he's a good boy. So 4 colors for a 4/4. All right, that's already a good rate for uncommon. It's a dog. When he attacks, you roll die 20 for each player being attacked, and ignore all but the highest roll. Okay, so if he attacks and you attack like 3 other people, you get to roll die 20 for each one and just take the highest roll. So anyway, when you roll a d20, it says he deals damage equal to his power. 1 through 9, he deals damage equal to its power to you. 10 through 19 deals damage equal to its power to defending player. All right, that's cool. Now it's doing 8 damage. On a 20, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. Wow. This thing is like a rabid dog. It should be the rabid mastiff. This is pretty cool. I don't know if it's going to see a whole lot of commander play, though. 4 mana is a lot. You can do a lot more stuff. I mean, maybe in an adventure deck or dice roll deck or something like that. Dice slash roll adventure deck. I don't know. I like it. I just don't think it's going to see a lot of play. So, well, that's it, everybody. We finally got through all of them for today. Thanks for sticking around. It was a little bit longer, but they're coming out in droves. So with that said, remember to like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so smash that subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell people who don't even like. Because if you don't like this channel, make them suffer too and make them watch me. Anyway, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate all the help. And as always, comments down below will feed that YouTube algorithm. I would love to talk to you guys. Oh, and you can talk to each other as well. You ain't just got to talk to me. Don't be shy out there, little fellas. Um, and as always, if you've done everything you can to support the channel, links in the description to the eBay store where all the box opening cards go for sale. That helps support as well. There's the Patreon where you can do a monthly fee to not only support the channel but get pretty cool swag and special deals on cards and sealed boxes. And if you're just bored, there's the email to the actual store in there. You can reach out and touch somebody. Lord knows that I'm not going to say it. I say it all the time. Anyway, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Until next time, be kind, and I hope to see you across from the game table.